All right, good morning, everybody. I talked to JJ a little bit yesterday, and he was interested in seeing some Town Hall level 9 replays for you. This first one that we're going to look at is going to be a 3-star. It's a fairly symmetric base. Got a lot of little pockets on the outside. Centralized Town Hall and Heroes. Binary hit this one for 3 stars. The way he typically does it, go in, a little bit of a kill team there to get the queen. He's going to crack it open with a Quake here in a second. Binary doesn't use a super queen all the time. He doesn't really rely on it in the next one. He'll use one, but I tried to find some that didn't really use a super queen. A lot more Valkyries, a lot more giants. So the Valkyries are now into the core. Got a couple of golems there. Now, when the hogs come in, the hogs are going to come in small groups. And he's only deployed half of his hogs right now. He's still got 10 in his pocket. So he's not just doing a dump and run, just throw them all in. He sends them in groups of 4. He's still got some left over even now as he's halfway through the base. Most of the Valkyries are dead at this point. You got a couple of golems. King's already down. The hogs are working their way up. Going to get a heal here in a second to keep that southern group alive. And he's still got 3 more in his pocket. What he's really waiting for is for that queen to chew through the top. Once that cannon locked onto the queen, then he could send in the hogs, eliminate the cannon, and still have enough firepower left with those hogs to finish up the base. Now he's basically on cleanup. He's going to start sending in the wizards and some archers. Queen's still alive. And the base goes into cleanup. On the next one, we're going to look at the second attack from Binary. So he attacked one higher than him. That was the 8. And then he also attacked his mirror. Now, on his mirror, he does use a super queen. He's got level 21 hero. So she's going to go in. She's going to start blasting some stuff. Now, right here, she's coming under fire from 2 separate point defenses. And once the other mortar finds her, she's going to start taking some fire, taking some damage. She's going to have to chew through those 2 storages. It's going to take a little bit of time. Now she's getting hit by 2-point defense and 2 mortars. So it starts getting serious. Now, with the placement of this rage, he misses it just slightly. But the point is still well taken, which is once the healers hit that rage, watch how fast that health goes up. So a lot of times with the Super Queen, you'll use the rage to boost not only the damage output of the queen, but the heal rate on the healers. Now that he's got the funnel set, so the north side is really set, he's going to start sending in some golems. Queen's still working her way around. There's no way that the Valks are going to miss on this one because the entire side of the base is basically eliminated and they're being directed straight into the core. So the Valks are heading in now. Not even going to use a rage on the Valks because he used his rage on the Super Queen. And watch the Valks just destroy the core. Now the hogs are going to come in groups of 3, and he's going to trip a giant bomb down here. Most of these hogs are going to get clipped, but because he didn't drop them in a huge chunk, he's still got another 9 hogs to go. In the hogs go targeting separate defenses. The king and a golem are still alive in the core, taking fire. Now the hogs are moving up with a heal. Still got another heal in his pocket. Gonna drop that. Wizards and queen are on cleanup at this point. And away we go. Hogs finish everything out. Still got a full health golem alive. And that's it. I'm going to go down to 11 real quick. Take a look at what Monkey did. And remember on this one, Monkey was a 10. This is their 11. So here come in the golems to set. He's going to use Valkyries again on this one. No Super Queen, and both of his heroes are 10 and 11, so we're not talking about super leveled up heroes here. Use the jumps to get to the core. We've got a funnel almost set. We're still waiting on that one. There we go. In goes all the Valkyries. He did bring 3 Valkyries in his clan castle, and we'll just watch those Valkyries go in, get a heal spell to keep them alive, and that king is going to go straight after all those Tesla, and with the Valkyries in there working on it, they don't stand a chance. Now the hogs are going to start coming in. Small groups targeting individual defenses again. One nicely placed heal to try and get as many of them along as far as he can. Hogs continue through the base. Archer Queen continues around to the south, clearing out buildings. Hogs are going to polish off. Drop the poison. Get those skeletons. Prevent them from killing the hogs. And that is all she wrote. Now it's just on cleanup. Queen's going to work her way around. Hogs are going to finish off some other buildings. And this thing is done. I'm going to take a look at number 12. Number 12, this was another mirror match. When you look at this one, this is a symmetrical base, kind of like what you guys are probably seeing a lot. He's going to pop the center there to open it up. Again, another Valkyrie hog and golem. You can go the 2 golems. Going to set the edges again. Plenty of wizards to start creating that funnel right up the center. And notice how much of the army is still left out. A lot of times we don't just throw everything down and get in there and go after it. A lot of times it's a staged deployment, very slow, very methodical, trying to create funnels and lead our troops into where we want them. So at this point, the Valkyries don't have a choice. They're just going right where we want them to, which is straight for those Teslas into the Archer Queen and into the heart of the base. A heal there. Keep them going as they get in. Now we're going to start dropping hogs in little waves. The hogs are not clumping up. They'll clump up once they get into the base and start wrecking stuff. But we try and leave them as spread out as long as we can. A nice heal there once you get to the second layer of defenses. And again, the last of the hogs coming in from the other side. One more heal to go, which he'll probably drop right there on that mortar. Nope. I'm going to wait until we get up to that archer tower. And that is all she wrote for this one. Everything's in cleanup now. All right, so that was number 12. We got one more to take a look at real quick. And that would be number 15. Now this was Pinhead. He was attacking one up. And he actually went with a huge bomb on this one. And these guys, this is a fairly, a base that you guys probably see a little bit. We see it a lot. It's an internet base. Not a lot of placement for the giant bombs inside. So he just went with a couple of golems and some wizards straight up the middle, nothing fancy. There goes the Valkyries. He did bring Valks out of the clan castle. Nice level 5 Valks, doing a lot of damage. Jump to get us to core. Heal to keep them running. Once they get into core, we're going to start kicking loose the hogs to start taking care of the rest of the base. There's 3, 3, 3. They go in, they hit their defenses, and then they start consolidating in on those second level defenses. So you can watch the hogs as they go. He's still got 13 hogs left in his pocket at this point. Halfway done with the raid. He hasn't even deployed everything. He's still got another 4 hogs, 9 hogs, 4 wizards left to go. Hogs have kind of clumped up at this point. He's still got one more heel to go, and he's still got the remainder of his hogs. A few more hogs to reinforce, and then finally the last of the hogs in small groups, and then wizards will start getting dropped to finish cleanup on the outside. Golem is still alive. Heroes are down at this point. And the rest is cleanup. So the big takeaways: drop your hogs in little chunks. Don't think you have to throw out everything all at once. We did look at one Super Queen replay, but Super Queen is really only useful after about level 15 or 20, and creating those funnels and using Valks. So I hope it was helpful, and I'll put some more videos together for you guys later. Thanks for taking a look, and you can hit me up on Kick if you got any questions.